Hi guys, so another moving car video, and sorry it's the dark. I couldn't get rid of the person that was on the phone for the last hour, so I wanted to do it in the daylight, but anyway. So today I've had a couple of appointments in the day job, and I suppose I just wanted to highlight a couple of things that have come out of today. One is, and this may come in useful or may not for some of you, but we'll see. One of the things that I was looking at with my manager is, we call them mutual success plans, and it's basically working with the client in terms of what gates need to be walked through and closed before you can get to the next stage, if you like. Which is pretty crucial when you're selling software or services, because if there's no end date in sight, then you kind of just keep going along, and especially in sales, you have to accurately forecast, which is sometimes quite difficult if you've got no control on the deal. So it's all about getting control. And it may be useful for some of the people and the prospects that you're talking to with SFM, because you don't want to put pressure on people, and you don't want to insist that they've got to make a decision by next Wednesday. That's not what I'm saying. But you work with them in terms of getting them to think about it, and what's important to them, and what are the blockers for them making a decision today. And you kind of work through it, and you can you basically give each other ownership on certain things, potentially. So James, you know, you've looked at this for the last couple of months. You've got a bit of fear factor, or whatever it might be. What is it that you're scared about? You know, what is it you need to do, or what can I help you with to perhaps, you know, put that fear to bed, or put it into perspective, whatever it might be. And it's basically agreeing these little things with your prospect to move them on in their own mind, and it also focuses at them to really think about it, rather than having a call with you thinking, right, yeah, I've now got to cook the dinner, I've now got to go and do whatever, I've now got to do my day job, and I'll think about this at the weekend. And then the weekend comes, and guess what? They've got to go and visit Aunt Marjorie, and they've got to take Granny to the shops, or whatever it might be. And it keeps moving, and it keeps moving, and it keeps moving. Now, I am not saying that you need to be pushing people. I'm just saying it's a two-way conversation. It lets them think about things, and it focuses the mind, and it is really, really powerful, and it works really, really well in the job I do anyway. And I was talking about it. I was with a client, just went on for quite a long time, and they were actually a very unhappy client a couple of months ago with a particular service that we're providing. And in the midst of all the frustration, they were actually thinking that they could easily leave Iris. They were that pissed off. Anyway, it's now been resolved almost. There's still a few niggles, which I've promised I will get sorted out for them. And they are much more in a buying mood again. But they are quite behind the times, in as much as all the new things that are coming up this year for accountants, they haven't really engaged fully with it. And they're quite old-fashioned, and they admit that. And they know it's going to be the younger people in the practice that are going to drive this practice into the next generation. And they don't like making plans. But actually, by the end of it all, when I said that I would do this for them, would that be useful to just focus the mind a little bit in terms of what they've got to do between now and May? They were really open to it, and I just kept saying, let's do this in bite-sized chunks. Let's not think this is all overwhelming. Let's just take it in bite-sized chunks. And that was welcome to them. So it's knowing the person you're talking to and getting a feel for what kind of personality they are, and how, you know, are they a highly driven person that just want to make a decision tomorrow and just get on with it? Or are they, you need to cajole and push and cajole and nudge. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. It's about, if you're getting frustrated with some of your prospects because they won't make a decision, or it's dragging on, and you feel like it's losing momentum, because essentially that's what it will be doing sometimes, then this could be a good way of focusing your members' minds to really sort of think about this in a better time frame. So that is it. I am going to leave you as I'm hurtling up the M1, and I should be home in an hour, as long as the traffic doesn't snarl up. So there we go. Bye guys.